Welcome to the VLenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V-style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Well, hello, lovers. I hope everybody is doing well today. You know what? I'm going to try to hook something up. I didn't think about it. I had some trouble. No, that ain't it. I had some trouble getting things to work back the way that they need to with my computer and monitor. And I figured that part out. But this mic situation, I have not mastered, okay? I'm still trying to figure that out, and it looks like. And what I thought I found, I didn't. Okay, no big deal. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Can you hear me well? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me well. Because I wanted to actually use my mic, but no big deal. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me well. If it sounds like an echo or something crazy, let me know that. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. It's good to see everybody in here today. Look, we are going to talk some ish. Okay? Well, actually, we're really not. We're not going to talk a lot of ish. We're going to listen to some other people. Oh, you can hear paper crackling because I had paper in my hand. I was about to use this adapter that I thought I could use anyway. I moved it out the way. It was right in front of the mic. I apologize. I'm sorry. Damn, that mic is good on some things, huh? Everybody's like, we can hear something crackling. Damn, it was literally plastic, y'all. Like plastic from a plastic bag, and I was trying to zip it back up. Anyway. Hope everybody is doing okay. Just came from Native Tribe Urban Media's house where he was over there doing a little trivia with his membership. And it was all surrounding Black History Month and Black women who have made history, right? So every Thursday, he's over there giving away things and stuff, okay? And the trivia changes. I don't know. He didn't say this, or if he did, I missed it. But next week is probably men in history. But don't say, I mean, he ain't tell me that. But I'm just saying, it feels like it could be that. So y'all might want to study. Or those of you who are not members over that Native Tribe Urban Media's house, you might want to go over there and subscribe. Describe, prescribe, subscribe. Do all that, okay, over there. But welcome to over here, okay? Because this right here, over here in this place we at right now, that's the VLenore Show, okay? This right here is the VLenore Show. I'm your host, VLenore, and I'm so happy to have you here. Let's see. Hi, Linda Gibbs. Hey, Jam. Hey, Nola, your girl. Hey, Only Me 23. Hey, Black But Not Bitter. Hey, my name is not girl. Attitude and Tylenol. Wait, what you say? Hey, watching from the bushes because my meds are kicking in. I uploaded a new video to Unicorn Dreams and Strange Things today. Okay, go over there and be sure to support our girl, Attitude and Tylenol, aka Unicorn Dreams and Strange Things. Okay, go check her out. All right, actually, mods, if someone wants to put the link to Unicorn Dreams and Strange Things in the chat so we can sub to our girl, okay? Excuse me, y'all. Hey, Justin's mom. Wait a minute. Black but not bitter is sick. Girl, did you wear your mask over here? Because I'm coughing already. I'm coughing. I'm over here coughing. Is Legacy Moon in the sky? Is Justin's mom here too? All you sick people, put a damn mask on before you come over here to my house. Huh? Huh? Because I'm over here choking. Okay? Hey, Justin's mom. Hey, minding business. Hey, Southside Chi-Town. Hey, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Miss HLS is here. Hey, Rossi. Lexi the Law Nerd. Hey, Vicky, not Vicky. Diva Ray is in that house. Beauty is her name, is here. My Ty is here. Dimples Wimples 504. This heifer came over here to gloat. I already know. Yeah, I know she's a moderator, but she didn't come over here to mod. She didn't come over here because she loved me. No, she came over here to gloat. Because guess who won the Black History Month Women in History trivia game at Native Tribe Urban Media's house? Deep Dimples. That's who. Deep Dimples won. Okay. Okay, thanks, but I'm sorry, Black, not Beauty is my name. Or Beauty is her name, sorry. Thanks for letting us know. Hey, Bossy21, Jackson Tabasco. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. Retro and my fro is here. Sari Colette is here as well. So is the real VB, Law and Order Certified. She's here. Miss Lady is here. Uh-huh. Us seniors need love too. She here too. Okay. Show is. Show is. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into some things. Chef Finest Wine, my boo thing. How you doing, Chef Finest Wine? Oh, Lord. Okay, so it's fitting that Chef Finest Wine would be here, okay? Hi, Sandy. So this is what I kind of want to talk about on tonight, okay? Hey, Shark Tank Life. First of all, before we do anything, hit the like button. The second thing I need y'all to do if you do anything is share the live, okay? Hey, Fedora. Share the goddamn live, okay? Could you? Would you? Please? I'm begging you, actually. If you would share the live, I'd really, really appreciate it, okay? All right, so here's what we're going to talk about. So there's some things that have been happening for quite some time now with the Brown family. Let me tell y'all something real quick before we even get going. I have to say that I have always, always, always been a fan of Bobby Brown's, okay? I was never like, oh, I got a crush on Bobby Brown, or oh, I'm attracted to Bobby Brown. It was never that. I've honestly never felt like that towards him. But I've always thought he was talented as hell. He could dance his ass off. He was a great entertainer. Okay? He was a great entertainer. Some may have thought, oh, he's not as great of a vocalist of the other members of New Edition, with the exception of, well, that's not even a true statement, to be quite honest. Because when he was in New Edition, I would say he was in the top 3, to be quite honest. I would say he was the top 3 best vocalists in that group at that time. Because think about it, it was only 5 of them. So you had Ralph, you had Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Okay? Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Bobby, and Ralph were the real singers. They were the real singers. The best dancers in the group, I mean, many have said it's Ronnie, but dude, I mean, and Ronnie could dance his ass off. I ain't got no problems with Ronnie. Okay, Ronnie and Mike, they were not singers. Ronnie was a dancer. Mike could keep up, but honestly, Mike, for the most part, he was probably just the business mind around certain things, I guess. But honestly, he was not a singer, and he could dance, but they all could dance. Like, you can't take dancing away from none of them. Okay, they could dance their asses off. But Bobby, many thought it was going to be like he was going to be X'd from the business when he was kicked out of / left New Edition. Okay. Bobby says he was kicked out. The rest of the world thought he was kicked out. They try to act, I've heard them kind of go back and forth, but the truth of the matter is, no, no, no. Johnny was not in New Edition, Black but Not Bitter. Johnny did not come to New Edition until Bobby left. So I said, while they were in there together, when they were in there together, many people said, "Oh, Bobby can't sing and he ain't going to be able to make it. He's not going to be successful and this, that, and the other." Right. Um, Shark Tank Life said, Mike was Otis. Didn't nobody come to see you, Otis. Okay. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. But so yes, so I'm saying that when he was in that group, what'd you say? The only one with mediocre dance skills is John. Yep, but then again, he wasn't in the group at the time. So that's where I'm going with it. Like, yeah, so I was saying when he was in that group, the three of them were the best singers. But a lot of people acted like, oh, Bobby can't sing and Bobby's not going to be able to do anything when he leaves. And the truth is, he became the biggest star of them all. Group, a complete group and everything. He was the biggest star of them all. In fact, in the 80s, the late 80s in particular, Bobby Brown was second to Michael Jackson in popularity. Like, Bobby was that dude. Okay. Now, to me, as little as I knew about Bobby Brown back in the 80s, and now, mind you, I was that kid that got every magazine you could get, and I told you I read every credit there is to read. I still knew a good amount about, a lot of these folks. But Bobby in particular, what I always understood about Bobby without having a whole lot of information was the fact that Bobby seemed a little troubled. You know what I'm saying? He he seemed a little troubled. And who is that? Bobby? Chef Finest Wine said that is a good man, humble and God-fearing. Is that right? Talking about Bobby? I always felt like Bobby was a little in those younger years, and maybe even now. Hell, shit, some of us are hell, I'm troubled as we speak. Okay. But for the most part, I think that there are a lot of things that Bobby went through and I didn't even know about, but I just felt like people are giving him a bad rap, and he may be difficult in certain ways and he may not have done certain things the right way. You know what I mean? But he was talented as hell. There's no way of getting around it. And I don't think a lot of people expected him to blow up to the level that he did. He was a beast in the 80s, okay? So I've always paid attention. And then I told y'all, I was one of the first ones to know that he and Whitney were together. Okay, so when they first got together and it was all, hush hush, and it was all behind the scenes and things, I knew about it. And then I thought to myself, well, damn, Whitney sees him for who he. Oh, can y'all hear that paper again? My bad. I got some other paper in my hand. Whitney obviously could see him as in a different light. I wonder what that's going to do with the public. I don't know if it changed the public's view of Bobby. If anything, it may have ruined him in some ways. I'm not going to be. Look, I love me some Whitney Houston. Bobby Brown obviously was not his star quality at the time he got with Whitney. I shouldn't say that. A couple years after he got with Whitney, it changed. And I think part of the reason why his star quality changed is because he stopped doing and putting out music for a while. He started just supporting Whitney mainly. So I think that's part of the reason. And then as Whitney started to be more of be more of herself in the public's eye, then I think people didn't like him because they thought, wait a minute, what happened to the classy, sophisticated, reserved Whitney? She allowed him to, or I'm sorry, he allowed her to be more of who she really was, the parts that we didn't know, because God knows I didn't know. I just knew Whitney as the church going princess pop queen. That's how I saw her. And then when she got with him, I was like, wait, really? Okay. Not that I was looking at Bobby in a negative way. I just never would have put them together. Okay. So anyway, there's that. So long story short, I have followed him and them for quite some time. I felt that in many ways, Bobby has been given the short end of the stick, where a lot of the media stuff has come from. And that's not to say he wasn't problematic, because we know that Bobby was problematic. He had his own battle with drugs and alcohol and women and babies, and he was just wild. He was super duper wild. So we know that. But let's fast forward, okay? He's lost two of his children. He's lost his ex-wife. And in many ways, his career has shifted and changed. He's older. He's suffering from health issues of some sort. I don't know all the details, but you can tell when you see him perform, he can't perform at the same level. What I do know is that Bobby Brown was probably the best entertainer of that group. And now if you see them perform together, he can't really keep up physically with some of the stuff. But don't ever get it effed up. Bobby is that boy. Okay? He is that boy. Now, fast forward. Yes, Chef Fonny's Wine. A lot of hardships. A lot of hardships. As a matter of fact, Chef Fonny's Wine, last time I was talking about Leolah and some things over here. And well, I'll tell you guys who Leolah is in a minute. As we were talking about some things over here, Chef Fonny's Wine dropped down, and see, Chef Fonny's Wine. See, hey, Bertha Mae Jackson, welcome. Welcome to becoming a member. Chef Fonny's Wine knows Leolah. That's what I'm saying, okay? And members of the Brown family. Okay. So, and he's been very much an advocate for me. And hold on. Hold on. Okay, so let me say this right now. Now, I've spoken to Leolah a couple times. I just got a message from her just now, and it's not positive. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all the tea. So I have talked to Leolah a couple times. We discussed her coming over here on the show. She was saying she wanted to wait until her book was out. Once the book was out, she was gonna be willing to do interviews, right? So that was one of our initial conversations. I've checked back in with her a couple times. She's, responded to me, whatever. So today, after hearing about what's being said over here, that we're going to review together, I told her I was going live. Okay. I told her I was going live. I'm going to read to y'all what I said. I didn't say much of anything. I just said going live tonight to review your live and your sister/nephew's recent live. I said starts at 8:30. Feel free to stop through if you like to share or clear anything up, right? So I sent her the link to the video, right? And here, let me take care of something real quick before we even get started, child. Hold on, y'all. Be patient with me. This is important for me to do at this time in particular. I'm gonna tell you how she just responded here. Hold on, y'all. I meant to do this anyway. I didn't do it. I need to do it now. So hold on. Okay. All right. So let me get back into it. So I reached out to her. Okay. Hey, under new management. So I reached out to her and said that. So she just responded, y'all. Okay. And said, anyone using my name will be sued. My manager is doing paperwork right now, coming after any and all who sits my name out with any negativity attached. So let me just say this. Miss Leolah, I really do respect you. And I enjoy watching your content when you come out here because you spill tea. And I don't know you personally, so I don't know what tea is true and what tea is not true. But I do respect you. I got a feeling you might be in the clouds. I got a feeling. Okay. This is what I'm going to say. Over here, I give my opinion. Okay. I give my opinion on some things. And my opinion of you thus far has not been negative. Okay. Has not been negative. But we are going to sit here and we're going to watch and we're going to listen to some things. And if you find that anything I've shared or is being shared or any opinion I may have of what I'm looking at, if you have a problem with that, I welcome you to click the link, which I will drop. Actually, let me drop a link right now, and then I will even pin it at the top. So if you feel, okay, that you want to say something or have a problem with what's being said, you are welcome to join us. However, let me just make you aware of something. You cannot sue people for stating their opinions about what may or may not be going on in your life. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be a waste of your money and your time. But I do welcome you the opportunity to come and share anything you want to share because I have told you long ago, a year plus ago, I said you are welcome to come over here, honey, and say whatever you want to say. Okay. So I have a feeling you might be in the clouds. I'm and look, you are welcome. Okay. You are welcome to be here. All right. I think I'm very respectful. Even if I don't agree with you, I will be respectful in that. But today we're going to hear what the family is saying. Okay. And we're going to start with their video first. So I did not know that anything had transpired recently. I will say this a few months ago, Tasha K went live. Actually, I should have brought that up. Tasha K went live and I take that back. She didn't go live. She uploaded a preview to a video interview she had done with Bobby's sister and nephew. Another sister, not Leolah. Okay. And evidently in that interview, which can be seen on Tasha's website, in that interview, the sister suggested that something inappropriate took place with Bobby and her daughter. Okay. So we're going today to hear what they have to say about some of this stuff because I guess 3 days ago, which again, I didn't realize, 3 days ago, Leolah went live and evidently she spoke on some things that kind of triggered the nephew to come live on Instagram with his mom, and I think this is his sister too that showed up on the live. So we are going to hear what they had to say. They are responding to whatever it is, something that Leolah shared in her live 3 days ago, and then they are saying additional things about Leolah. Okay, so when I heard those things happening, hold on, let me make sure this is turned down. When I heard that those things were happening, I hold Hold on. I immediately said, let me go live. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. So sorry. Um, so anywho, when I started their video, because that's what I saw first, I heard them saying something like, yeah, I don't know why she said this about me in her last live. This is the nephew speaking, and the sister and the mom are on here, and the mom seemed to be very upset, and she was saying, I got a taste of some negative things that she was putting out there about Leolah. So this is what we're going to do. This is why I said this is going to be in multiple parts. Okay. Right now, we're going to do part one. We're going to start out listening to the live that the sister and her kids did with her on Instagram. We're going to start with that video first. It is an hour. We may not get through the whole hour. I'm hoping that we can. Okay. Then we're going to come back, and then we're going to hear what Leolah had to say and what exactly it is that upset them, and what Leolah has had to say about hearing that her sister came out and shared something about Bobby. Okay. So again, the sister, Bobby's sister, is saying that Bobby did something inappropriate. I don't know if he touched her, but it sounded like, from what I got today, was that maybe he exposed himself. I'm not really sure. I don't want to share any lies. Again, all of this is allegedly. Okay. All of this is allegedly, because why? I don't know these people. Okay. All right. I don't know these people, but we're going to listen anyway. All right. Now, I'm going to play. I hope so too. You're gonna see in a minute, Chef, on this one. We're gonna hear what all's been said, because I haven't listened to this whole live. I like to watch this stuff with the audience a lot of times, so I can give you a real reaction. So we are going to go through it, and I'm going to start it now. And while I start it, I'm going to send a little message to Leolah to see if she's watching or if she wants to drop down. I just want to make sure she knows she can drop down. Okay? But we are going to talk. And Leolah, here's the thing. If something negative is said, you really can't stop it. And in all fairness, Leolah, you have said a lot of things over there on your channel. A lot. A lot. Okay? You have said some really serious things about people, accusing them of all sorts of things, from unaliving and and things related to drugs, like a lot of stuff. Okay. And no one sued you, right? Because it's your opinion. It's your opinion. So we're going to listen. And Leolah, I welcome you. Oh, and just so y'all know, I meant to show you guys this. So Leolah is this sister. You guys probably remember when Whitney passed away. Leolah was that sister that got really upset during the funeral and got up and walked out. A lot of people say she got kicked out. She says that she was not kicked out. She literally, hold on. She literally just left because she was very, very upset with what she saw transpiring. Okay. So she left. When she came out, she spoke to the press about, her disdain for some of the people and things that she saw going on as it pertained to the funeral. So here's another good picture of her. She's a beautiful woman. Okay. Very beautiful, very articulate, appears to have a really great spirit. But let's listen because again, I don't know these people. Okay, I don't know these people. So we're gonna listen to what is being said by the family, and I'm going to send her a message. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Put a one if you can hear it. Just so you know, this is Leolah's sister's son. Now, I'm going to verify this now, and I probably should have verified this before, but I believe the sister that we're talking about is Tina. Okay. And just for some backstory, if this other sister, if his mother is Tina, Tina is the sister that was hanging real tight with Whitney. I do believe at some point Tina even lived with Whitney and Bobby. Tina did heavy, heavy drugs with Whitney. And Tina is responsible for that picture that we saw of Whitney's bathroom counter where all those drugs and makeup and everything was just all over the place. Tina is allegedly the person who took that picture. Okay. So that's who Tina is that we're going to see. Yeah, I believe that's Tina that we're talking about. Okay. But Leolah, I believe Leolah is the older sister to Tina. But I'm sure that will be said at some point in here. So, okay, so let's get into it.
Can y'all see me good now? Am I clear? All right. I hate I couldn't do this on YouTube. I'm going to save this live, though, and I'm going to try to figure out how I can take it from right here and put it on YouTube. All right, everybody's saying I'm good now. All right. So hold on. Now I just got to wait for... All right, cool. All right, so now I'm just waiting on...
Uh-oh. Oh, somebody must have called him. I'm going to speed this up a little bit just because it's so long. And if you can't hear him, it's because someone called him and messed him.
And I'm in. Now I went out because somebody was calling me. My bad, but I just put my phone on D&D.
Bro, we still can't see you. It's all good. We can hear you.
Y'all can hear me. That's fine. Chris, I don't know. That's why Mummy's phone didn't work on YouTube because it's got to be something wrong with her camera.
Yeah, but somebody put can't hear you. Somebody said no sound. Somebody said it's bad. Somebody said
it's back on all clear. We good. We can see and hear y'all both. Okay. It's good.
Hi everyone.
All right, we good.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
I'm not saying
so you already know. I don't know if Kanita knows the situation, or even everybody on the chat know.
Right.
Either or, Auntie Lily.
Okay, so let me stop now. I can't go this fast because it sounds like he might be a fast talker anyway. So if he's a fast talker child, I'm really gonna have trouble hearing him. So anyway, let's get into it. Looks like Leolah saw my message, so hopefully she'll come and sit in the chat or in the bushes or in the clouds. And I told you, Leolah, if you want to drop down and you want to clear something up, drop down. I'll make sure you know how to click that link and you can come and say whatever it is you want to say. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Had some choice.
Oh, and Brown family, just so you know. No, well, never mind.
Words for me the other day. I thought me and Auntie Lily, I didn't have no issue with Auntie Lily. I thought we was good, but she had some choice words for me the other day on the live. But then she took it beyond that and went on her own platform on YouTube and was saying that what I'm saying about Uncle Bobby and little Tommy was false, and that she pretended to be on a phone call, pretended to have somebody call her phone while she was on live.
I was on the phone
and
with all my daughters. Well, I wasn't the best, but she wasn't talking to me.
Yeah, and she was acting like she was talking to one of y'all, talking to one of my sisters. And she was saying that she talked to y'all and y'all told her it was a lie. Me and Mummy was doing it.
I told her that. She's lying. We never told her that. And she never spoke to none of us. Neither.
Okay, so from what he's saying, it sounds like he's saying that when Leolah went live 3 days ago, she was live. She was, I guess, giving her opinion about whatever had transpired or whatever things that he has said. Leolah's sister, his mother there, has said have all been lies. Okay, now I'm not sure what was said about Tommy. If any of you watched like Being Bobby Brown, let me tell y'all something. Okay, I'm a real Bobby Brown fan. Okay, when I tell you Being Bobby Brown is reality show gold, you need to see Being Bobby Brown. You can go right out here on these YouTube streets and type in Being Bobby Brown. It was only one season. That shit was everything. That was reality show good. Whitney was all up and through it. Honey, that mess right there was, honey, it was good. It was riveting. Okay. I loved it. And the episodes are pretty short. I want to say they were only 30 minutes. Man, man, that show was good. So nevertheless, we got a better vision of who Bobby was and his family and the family dynamics. So his brother, Tommy, who I believe was an older brother, he served as Bobby's manager or role manager, what have you, for many years. You got Pops Brown. He was on there, which was their dad. Pops Brown was on there. You kind of got a feel for who he was. You got Tommy and Bobby, and you got to see Bobby Christina. And as I mentioned, Whitney was there. And then sometimes people would make appearances, other folks, right? But you got to see most of those kids. Oh, and Bobby Jr., who passed away about 1.5 years ago, I want to say. Bobby Christina and what's her name? Princetta. I can't think of her name, but Bobby's oldest daughter. So all of them are on there. Okay. And this was while he's married to Whitney. So it was really cool. So again, he's mentioning something about what he said about little Tommy. I'm guessing that the pops must be Big Tommy. I'm guessing. Or he's talking about Tommy's child. I don't know if we're going to get that clarity here, but Tommy is Bobby's brother. So when he says little Tommy, he could be talking about Tommy's son, his cousin or something. But we'll see. All right. So just so you know, so this older lady at the bottom to the left, she is his mother, and that's his sister. And evidently he has other sisters, but let's listen.
The one of us got on the phone with her.
Right.
That was all a lie. I should have told her to go on speakerphone. I was in my bed.
Right.
And I asked, well, why didn't my brother call? And I guess Mommy was asleep or whatever, but she never talked to none of us.
Right.
So she should have went on on the speaker to show proof that she was speaking to us. She knew it was also the phone, so she didn't go put it on speaker. She was talking to me. She definitely was talking to me.
Thank you. I knew Princess was something was in there. LaPrincia. That's right. Thank you so much, Black but Not Bitter. LaPrincia. Okay. So, and I want to say is LaPrincia the oldest Black but Not Bitter? Is LaPrincia the oldest, or is Bobby Jr. the oldest? I want to say LaPrincia is the oldest, but I could be wrong. And then it's he had 2 children by a previous girlfriend. He has and then Bobby Christina came. Now there are rumors about others, but I don't know if that's true. Okay, because I never heard him say nothing about no other children outside of the children he has now with his current wife. But Bobby always seems like a really big family man. So I'm sure that if he had any other children, we probably know about it. Okay. Oh, Landon. Thank you. No, I meant of those 2. I forgot about Landon. So he had Landon first, who I believe was out in LA. And they did not have a close relationship for many years, is my understanding. Thank you so much, Black but Not Bitter. But then there's the 2 from, what's her name? Kim, out of Boston. Now, I think, though, LaPrincia is the oldest of those 2, correct? And then fun fact about Landon. So Landon, to me, doesn't look anything like his dad. That's okay, because a lot of kids don't look like folks. You know what I'm saying? So he's the oldest. He was raised by his mom and her husband. Guess who her husband is, child? Her husband is Carl Payne. Cole from Martin. Okay. 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 You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Okay. That's his stepdaddy. His bonus daddy. Okay. So anyway, all right. So let's listen.
I don't know. We all know, but we never talked about it. Everything that we ever said, or y'all, you and my mommy been fighting for, has been the fucking truth, and that's what it is. And I'm really getting tired of it now. Everything that you all been fighting for, we haven't came up because it's a lot on us. It's overwhelming. And then that shit with Tasha K's bullshit and all that, that's when it started. We have to take therapy. Everything that was said from Bobby molesting and touching or showing his dick to me, from little Tommy molesting me, which y'all already know about, those are not false accusations. Those are truth. I lived it. It was me. I'm the one.
Okay. Yeah. Cole, you stupid. Cole, you stupid. Okay, now listen. That's right, Dimples Wimples. Shut up and keep talking. So evidently, what was stated, because the only 2 people that I know of that were on that interview with Tasha K was the nephew here and the mom. Okay, right here. All right. Uh-oh. Kim is Alicia's sister. Who? Who is Kim? Wait, what were you saying? Kim is whose sister? Wait, he has 3 kids with. Oh, okay, okay. He has 3 kids with Kim. Her sister owns the hair care. No, I thought they only had 2 kids. Hold on, let me get back. What'd you say down here? Correction. Kim is Alicia's sister. Alicia is married. Girl, I know you lying. I know Alicia, the Alicia he's married to now, that ain't. Girl, we're gonna have to come back to that. You mean Kim as in the kid's mother, Kim? Because I'm pretty sure that those kids, Bobby and LaPrincia, their mother's name was Kim. Now, Alicia is his current wife. Are you saying she has a sister named Kim too? Yes, he has 3 kids with her. Bobby is married to Alicia. Kim is Alicia. What Kim? Not the Kim that's the mother that mother 2 kids. Oh, you're saying that owns mixed chicks. Oh, really? Her sister owns Mixed Chicks? Shut up. Okay. I was going to say, yeah, because the Kim I'm talking about is the mother of LaPrincia and Bobby Jr. And you're saying, though, that Alicia, his current wife's sister Kim, owns Mixed Chicks. Okay, so I must have, maybe you said that earlier. Okay, okay, so Kim Etheridge has a child with Keith Sweat. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. All right, now. I was like, wait a minute, girl. You got me all over the place. Like, wait, Okay, yo. So, and I think people in the chat thought you were saying that too. So, just to be clear, Bobby Jr. and LaPrincia, two of Bobby's older children, okay? Both have the same mother. Their mother's name is Kim, okay? But he is currently married to a lady named Alicia or Alicia. I think it's Alicia. And Alicia also has a sister named Kim, not the same Kim, but that Kim owns Mixed Chicks. Okay. And Mixed Chicks is a hair care brand. So, and I have one of my best, actually, Toya that you met, Black But Not Bitter. She loves Mixed Chicks products. So, okay, good stuff. All right. So now back to this. So the only two of them showed up on Tasha K's interview. It was this sister and this guy, her son, right? Bobby's nephew. On there, they told the story and stated, now I haven't watched that interview, but they told the story and said that Bobby Brown, whom I love, and I sure don't want to believe that this had happened, okay? But evidently, they are stating that Bobby inappropriately touched. She just said the M word and she said touched. So I don't know if she's calling the touching an M word, which it is, or if she means something more than that transpired. And then she also says something about little Tommy. So I don't know. Again, is little Tommy Uncle Tommy's child, or is little Tommy Uncle Tommy? What? Okay, y'all saying a lot in this damn thing here. What? Say what? Wait, from hold on, let me say this real quick too. I'm reading y'all stuff in here. Is somebody talking about my prerogative? Reefs and Muffs. Who said something about the saxophone player? Did somebody say something in there? I believe she is in that video, in my prerogative video. But anyway. Okay. Yeah. Chef Finest Wine. It's been very, very, very hard for me to believe that information. I understand. But we're going to listen. And I'm not going to say it happened or it didn't happen, because God knows there's a lot of reasons why people don't share things when they happen. Okay. Actually, let me turn this off, y'all. This is getting on my nerves. There's a lot of reasons why people don't share things when they actually transpire, and you can't judge somebody for having not done it. They do things on their own time, but she says it happened, and I hope that it didn't, but she says it happened, so that's tough. Okay, so let's listen.
I want them. Right. So I just came to pray for my brother and my mom, because they've been fighting over here. And we haven't came because it's overwhelming. It's not easy just to come out to talk about somebody that you live with and you love and trusted. Did something to you. So I said, leave it the fuck alone. I just want to apologize. I didn't get all fucking well. I'm still breathing. My kids are still healthy. Fuck it. But my brother fighting for us, and fucking now you're getting death threats. Yeah. And now people pretend to be on the phone. I can't let y'all keep looking like a fool.
That's your auntie Lily, if she's your
And
auntie.
everything my brother's been out here fighting for, including my mom, it's not a lie. I can take a lie detector test. Whatever y'all want to do, we can go to Dr. Phil. It's not a fucking lie. And now I gotta step off for a second.
Now, let me go back. I want to hear what she says from the beginning again, because I don't want to misinterpret what she says. I don't want to put words in her mouth. We're going to hear her say it for herself.
On his dick
And
to me.
it sounds like oh my God. Oh God. Okay. I'm going to slow down. How about that? I'm going to slow down what she just said, because my God, she's talking fast. I understand, she might be a fast talker, but she might also, this might be something that she is not, I'm sure, excited to share or have to speak on. But okay, let's listen.
I don't know who
we all know,
but we never told none of that. Everything that we ever said, or you and my mommy been fighting for, has been the fucking truth. And that's what it is. And I'm really getting tired of it now. Everything that you all been fighting for, we haven't came up because it's a lot on us. It's overwhelming. And then that shit with Tasha K's bullshit and all that, that's when it started. We have to take therapy. Everything that was said from Bobby molesting and touching or showing his dick to me, from little Tommy molesting me, which y'all already know about, those are not false accusations. Those are the truth.
That's a lot to take in. That right there is a lot to take in. Okay, again, this is all alleged. I have no personal knowledge, firsthand knowledge of any of this, but that is what she is alleging, that Bobby Brown, her uncle, touched her inappropriately and showed himself to her. Makes me think that he did not actually penetrate, if you will. It sounds like that didn't happen, because she's making a very specific reference that he showed himself to me. Okay. So if he had actually, if it had gone a step further, then I'm sure she probably wouldn't have had to say that. She probably just would have said something that let us know. However, it's still just as bad. Still just as bad. Doesn't take away any heat from it. At the end of the day, that's what he did. That's disgusting. It just is. And then she's saying that her uncle, or whoever maybe it's not her uncle, maybe little Tommy is Uncle Tommy's child, but whoever little Tommy, she said, molested her. So
I lived it. It was me. I'm the one. I'm one of them. So I just came to quit. And my brother and my mom could been fighting over a year. And we haven't came because it's overwhelming. It's not easy just to come out to talk about somebody that you live with and you loved and trusted. There's something to you. So I said, leave it the fuck alone. I just want an apology. I didn't get all fucking well. I'm still breathing. My kids are still healthy. Fuck it. But my brother fighting for us and fucking now we getting death threats. Yeah. And now people pretend to be on the phone. I can't let y'all keep looking like a fool. That's your auntie Lily, if she's your auntie. And everything my brother's been out here fighting for, including my mom, it's not a lie. I can take a lie detector test. Whatever y'all want to do, we can go to Dr. Phil. It's not a fucking lie. And now I gotta step off for a second.
Take a. Go ahead, Kanita.
Take a breath, Kanita. It's okay, baby. This is too fucking much. I didn't want to have to come out like this.
But Yes. So, mommy,
Come here. Come here. I'm fine.
Let me stop something real quick. And again, everybody has their, right to an opinion. But let me ask you this, Make It Rain. What about this makes you think, and I'm curious just to hear what your thoughts are. What about this makes you think it's a money grab? Because honestly, these folks, you don't make that much money on YouTube, y'all. And he's not even on YouTube talking about this right now. They're on Instagram, right? Prior to this, the only other interview that I know of that they did was Tasha K, and it was revealed on there. Now, again, when something like this happens to a kid, there are a lot of reasons why it's not spoken on. There are kids that have had things happen to them and their families weren't famous. So can you imagine? Oh, okay. Black Without Bitter said they spoke of it last year, but on his YouTube. Okay. So there are a lot of people that have this happen to them and their families aren't famous. Can you imagine if the family is famous? I mean, uber famous. And, many have made Bobby out to be a villain for years, especially where Whitney was concerned. And I'm not taking away that he was definitely a bad boy in the music industry, right? But he was still pretty uber famous. And I can only imagine that it would be that much harder to tell your story when people love the person you're talking about, like millions of people love the music, love the work, love the person as an artist, and now you are attacking that person from their perspective, whether they were guilty or innocent. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, wait. So Make It Rain says, I cannot imagine, but why would you put this on social media? Because we're in a day and time now where sometimes, we're in a day and time now where everybody has a platform. Each and every single person. Everybody right now in this chat can press the live button on YouTube right now and have your own platform. You can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook. Sometimes, let me tell you, for myself, when I did my TED Talk, I didn't do it just to educate other people. I did it to free myself from having to restate over and over and feel shame before I have to tell this person, what's going on with me, what I've done. You know what I'm saying? So coming out and speaking publicly allows you to take back the power, right? So in this particular, and that was just me telling my little story about my experience. I have not talked to you guys about my experience that's similar to what they're describing. That happened too. And the first time I even alluded that something had transpired when I was a child was after both of my parents died, because I knew if I had said something while they were alive, they would have been in prison. Somebody would be unalived. There's a lot of mixed emotions too that people feel depending upon who the perpetrator of the or who the violator is. There may be mixed feelings because this is probably someone that has been in your life and you love them. You think she don't love her Uncle Bobby and didn't love him? Like, I don't know what she feels about him now. Or little Tommy, if that's her cousin, but at the end of the day, that's your family. This is someone you love. But the truth is they did something that violated you. And again, I'm not saying this happened, but I don't have any reason to believe it didn't happen. I don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's hard. It's hard to hear people rave and rant and talk about how wonderful this person is when maybe they harmed you. And the fact that, and I don't know what else is going on, but I'm just saying that we have to be careful. And I don't see them making any money off of this. I mean, Tasha K may have paid them something, but half of y'all in the chat didn't even know that interview happened. He can upload this on YouTube. He ain't gonna make that much money. Even if he get 100,000 views, he ain't gonna make that much money off of telling his sister's story. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really for us to understand. It's more so for the person to make a decision about what they want to share and when they want to share it. To be quite honest. Chick-fil-A gal, it was longer than that for me. It was 35 plus 35 years easy. 35 years before I even mentioned it. And I told one of my friends, and I was a whole adult, grown adult with a child, before I even mentioned that this had transpired. And this was someone who I adored. Okay? I adored this person. I looked up to this person. So it's like that's a lot of times the person who's going to be successful at violating you, because they know that they have your trust. They know that you love them. You know what I'm saying? This was an older cousin of mine. I love that person. So here you are, you love them, but this happened. And as a kid, it takes a long time to even balance that. So anyway, okay, let's get back into it.
I don't know why Auntie Lily would get online
That's not fair to
with
us.
these lies.
It's not fair to us. Come here.
With these lies, knowing what these girls been through, and knowing that she's the one that took them from the mansion to Ma's house when it happened.
Whitney.
But you get online and you say this never happened to my sisters.
Hold on. So that just answered somebody's question. A lady 747 said, so did this happen when he was an adult? Did she say what his age was? Well, we just learned they were living in a mansion. And that the kids, well, it had to be when he was an adult, because we're not talking about Bobby's sister. We're talking about Bobby's nieces. So Bobby's nieces, it sounds like they were living in the house with Bobby in a mansion. And they are saying that Leolah took the kids after this happened and moved them to Ma's house, which I'm guessing is probably the grandmother or something. Maybe Ma is the grandmother. I don't know. But let's listen.
That's where you fucked up at, Lily.
Yeah, she took them from the mansion.
So she went too far.
I was in prison.
We was at Uncle Bobby's house. So it was me and Kanae. And went to his room because he wanted Kanae to go watch TV. I sat in the chair because I remember when he asked me to grab his penis, and I wouldn't think he would do it to my sister. So I said, okay, I'm gonna sit in the fucking chair.
Wait a minute. So she said she was sitting watching TV and Bobby said, grab her thing. Now let me say this too. Let me say this too. We know that Bobby was heavy on drugs at some point with Whitney. And this lady right here that we're looking at, not the niece, but the sister. She was heavy on drugs too. Okay? And I always say that when you are dealing with an addict, you are not dealing with a person, you are dealing with the drug. So depending upon how out of their mind the person is on the drugs, they might say or do anything. So that's not an excuse. That's just real talk. Okay. Now that doesn't make it acceptable in any way, but it sounds like during this time frame that we're talking about, he was definitely heavy on drugs. But let's listen.
So I could walk to my sister. I know she's tired. I doze up. I wake up, and my sister's gone, and so is Uncle Bobby. So her screaming and crying, and whatever the fuck that she told us to Lily, and Lily came and got us and brought us to my grandmother's house. She knew it from then. She's the first one to fucking know about it, if technically. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I got to stop it again. Leolah, if you are in the clouds, is it true that you ever took the girls from the mansion to stay somewhere else? Because what they're saying is that the reason why you did that was because you were the first to know that something had transpired. So is it that you are taking up for Bobby because you know this happened? Or is it that it didn't happen at all? You never took the kids from that home to another home? Or is it that you did take the kids to another place, but you still don't know if it's true or not? Is that possible? Hold on. PW said that's true, V. However, the addict has to admit they could have done anything when under the influence and deny it and accept that person's truth too. I agree. If they know it, if they remember it, I do agree with that. But just know you're not dealing with a rational thinking person. You're dealing with somebody who's a drug addict, and you're dealing with the drug, right? And has he admitted to it? I don't know if anyone ever asked him online. Has anybody seen where a media person or he sat for an interview and he was asked this question directly and he said no? Like, look, there's obviously a lot that has transpired within this family that we will never know about, that we weren't there for. So I don't know. But I do know that when you dealing with a drug addict, you ain't dealing with nobody who shit, they get sometimes so high they don't even know that things have happened. They don't even know. So I'm not making any excuses for Bobby Brown. All I'm saying is we don't know what happened. Could have been anything. You know what I mean? We just don't know. We just don't know. But okay. All right, let's listen. If I can get it.
And I'm not trying to tell my sister's story. I don't mean to, you know what I'm saying, but fuck it.
But
This is too much.
Now they threatening us. Like, fuck. Because we telling the truth. These are,
end of the day, I hate it.
these are my girls' truth.
Ain't nobody getting no money out of it.
Ain't nobody got a dime.
I'm getting therapy. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
And somebody just said, why didn't you go to the authorities, Kenita? What you gotta say?
She was
That's
young.
why I was young. It started with my my cousin, little Tommy. I was scared. Right. Only reason
Cousin.
why I came out is because I heard something had happened to my sister. I said, fuck that. It ain't gonna happen to my nieces or nobody else. That's the only reason why I have brought my silence to my sister. Is that let's do this thing. Told my brother, but then we didn't even go with it. They didn't even come out because I just wanted a fucking apology. I didn't want to tell the fucking world this type of fucking shit. So it was scary to just go and just for everybody to think that Bobby touched me. Oh, you're lying. Oh, he
So
get money. That's all y'all
when
think
did
about him being a fucking celebrity. Y'all don't think he's human. He can't do shit too. And look at Puffy and R. Kelly.
when did this
All I wanted was a fucking apology, and this is what it came to.
right? And when did the molestation? How old was you when the molestation started with little Tommy, Kenita?
Oh, 9 years old. No. I'm 34 now. The last time he was able to touch me, I didn't even go to my stepdad's funeral. I was 19 years old. Oh, 19. No, it started when I was 9, 8, 9. Maybe younger than that. Can't remember.
Wait, what?
Oh.
So she said it started at 8 and 9 and it went on to 19, or that's the last time she saw him? Let me see. Let me go back. Talking about cousin Tommy at this point. Hold on. Okay.
34 now. The last time he was able to touch me, I didn't even go to my stepdad's funeral. I was 19 years old. Oh, 19. No, it started when I was 9, 8, 9. Maybe younger than that. Can't remember. Oh, boy. Well, one of them happened in Ma's house. And I want y'all to know I didn't know none of this. As a mother, I didn't know none of it till they was grown. I didn't know.
Now, not to play. Now, here's the other thing. So Tina, right here, the sister here, she was heavy on drugs. She was super duper duper heavy on drugs with Whitney. I don't know how long she continued to do drugs. I don't have those details. But drugs can impair you physically, even when you stop taking them. So that people are saying she's slurring, and she might be. She might literally, I don't know. She could be on something now. She could have had a drink. I don't know. She sounds very emotional and very tortured by it. And think about this: if she was heavy on drugs, right? Hanging with Bobby and Whitney, living with Bobby and Whitney. The kids are in there too. And now you're learning later that when you were high, when you were in that house, when all of this was going on right under your nose, you were high and you didn't protect your kids. Can you imagine what she's probably feeling? And even though they're adults when she finds out, you probably will still be sick as a dog about it forever, because you're thinking like, how much did my children have to endure? What else did they endure that I don't know anything about? It's a lot.
Cause guess what? I don't fuck the authorities, nigga. True to your head. That's what I'm about.
I really hate it even have to come out like this because I was really
sorry, Anita.
giving my sisters time to speak, giving them their time to get their mind right. But after Lily went online and said what she said and act like she didn't know what took place with my sisters, and she wasn't the one that took my sisters from one location to the next after them being molested right there at that mansion.
Right.
And you get online and you did, and you say that.
This out the other day. I just found this out the other day. I never knew Auntie Lily took my girls because I was in prison.
Oh, okay. So she was in prison at the time. Another thing, I bet she was in prison because of them drugs. Because it all circles back to drugs. Okay. Well, I shouldn't say it all does, because a lot of times people even start taking drugs because they're trying to escape some other pain, some other situation. So I'm not going to say that. But did she go to prison for drugs? That would be a good question. And so the kids were staying in the house, I guess, with Bobby. Was this when he was with Whitney? And they were all living there at that time? Like, this would be interesting to understand. Because she was in prison.
I did not know she took my girls from there to Mars and told them don't say nothing. Boy.
But for one, Auntie Lily, you're dead ass wrong.
Yeah, she's dead ass wrong.
Because even you yourself.
She told the whole story from front to back how it happened.
Right.
I couldn't remember everything. I'm traumatized. I couldn't remember everything, the phone call, but my sister remembers that phone call like it was yesterday.
Right. But I had some choice words for your sister, Mommy, and I put the truth out there.
Okay.
I put the truth out there.
I got some choice words for her too. Like, for real talk.
No, and I want to put this out there. Why I haven't said nothing, spoke on Little T in a while. Little T acknowledged what he's done. He's never ran from it. He owned up to it. Little Tommy owned up to it and said, "Yes, I've done it. I was a monster.
Whoa, really? So they spoke to little Tommy, or he spoke to little Tommy, confronted him with it, and little Tommy owned it. My God, my God.
Done that. Yeah. I fucked up. And that's all we ever wanted for Uncle B to do.
That's all.
All my sisters ever wanted from you was an apology, dude. That was it. None of this shit would have been taking place if an apology was given. But you was too big for that. You was too big for that. You know what I'm saying? And now, legally, because you want to be loved and accepted by your brother because he don't fuck with you, now you get on here and try to denounce all this shit, hoping that you would have an opportunity one day for him to call you and say, "Damn, sis, I love you. Thank you for standing up for me." You ain't shit either. You just as worse as Bob. Because when it happened, this shit could have been nipped in the bud right there when you brought them girls to Ma's house. Real shit. But you on here fighting so hard and advocating so hard for Auntie Whitney and Chrissy, but you never advocated and fought hard for my sisters. Not at all. Not one time. So that fake shit that you've been on, you can take it and shove it up your ass, man, and keep my sister's name out your mouth.
Wee, Jesus, that's a lot. And you talk to your auntie, child. But no, I get it. Now, let me say this. If this transpired the way in which he said, in that Leolah was aware and Leolah took those girls and put them somewhere else, I got something to say to y'all that people ain't gonna like, but it's damn sure the truth. That's how a lot of people, especially black folks, deal with shit like that. Because as I stated, it's a big deal when you let the secrets of the house come out to the streets. Let black people tell it. They don't want nobody knowing their business, right? But sometimes we gotta let people know the business. You can't have it both ways, where you want the person addressed, but you still want to keep it a secret. It just doesn't work like that. If Bobby was not famous, it still would not work like that. You would have to talk to the authorities. And if you think the family dynamics wouldn't still break down, baby, trust and believe it would still break down. It would still break down. But the fact that he was a megastar that we're saying did this, one, he might be able, they may have been fearful of him. He has access. He has a lot of money. They may have felt that they would have gotten torn down, or the children would have been, whoever, they would have been torn down some kind of way. And that might have been something that they didn't want to deal with. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm saying maybe they feared the wrath that would have come from Bobby Brown if this was exposed. But like I said, what they're saying Leolah did is what a lot of black families have done for generations, just to keep shit quiet, send the kids away, move people around. I mean, do I think it's right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's not uncommon.
For real. For real. And next time you come on this internet, it needs to be some apologies given. Because you know the truth. Just as well as the whole family knows the truth. You know, for y'all to bring these girls to Ma's house, and for you and Ma to tell them to not say nothing, check them between their legs and tell them not to say nothing. Come on a minute. And y'all know how I love my grandmother. But that's the bone I would have to pick with my grandmother too. Know what I'm saying?
Again, this sounds like the normal dynamic of a black family that's dealing with this type of activity in their family. And then let's think about it. I'm not saying this is right or should be an excuse, but I'm saying think about the turmoil that a mother, and when I say mother, I mean his grandmother, because he's saying the grandmother knew too. That's why the kids were moved from that home to stay with the grandmother, right? So the grandmother knew what happened. Leolah allegedly knew what happened. But here's the thing, you got these family members who, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. I can't say that enough. But you've got this mother who is learning that her son has harmed her grandchildren. You think she don't love her son? You think she doesn't love her grandchildren? Sure, but I can only imagine how pulled she felt. And I'm gonna tell you another factor, and this is where it gets a little evil. The biggest factor here as to what I think could have been, because I don't know these people, could have been a big factor in why they didn't go tell nothing. was the damn money. Because surely Bobby was footing the bill for the whole family. And if not the whole family, definitely for his mama and whoever lived in his house. I mean, the brother is working for him. The sisters are living with him. Now I'm learning nieces are living over there or what have you. And now you learn this has happened. And now if you tell it, now that's going to fuck up all the money and everybody's going to have to pay the price for what this dude has said and done or whatever has happened. It's really effed up, but trust me, all of those things probably went through the minds of everybody involved. It's a shame.
Y'all know how much I love my grandmother. I don't come on here and say nothing about my grandmother, but that's something that's been in my heart that, like, damn, Ma, how? Y'all been protecting this nigga too long, sweeping shit up under the rug. And he was still able, he was still able to be around.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, here's the other thing about that. Leolah, if you are here, you have done a lot of protecting of Bobby. If this is true, should we look at you differently? Because every time you go live, you're really taking up for Bobby and Whitney. And you have said some very, very mean, nasty things about his current wife. And, you know, you've just said a lot that has to do with Bobby Christine and the people around her, about Pat. Now, I'm not saying, look, two things can be true. You could be telling a whole lot of truth about these other people, but you could also be protecting your brother that you love, or a brother who you have shared has been very distant with everybody. What Leolah has shared on her channel is that Bobby's current wife keeps the Brown family away from him, keeps him very isolated, that she feels that they could be trying to poison him and unalive him or something. Like, those were the insinuations. At least that's what I took from what I've heard her say. So you've said a lot of things here about all of these people around Bobby. Is it possible is it true that you moved these girls? And if you did move them, and not for this reason, why did you move them? Just curious.
But it's cool though. But it's cool though. I don't know what happened when y'all went out.
Can you see me now?
I see you.
Okay, I can't see you. I don't know what the fuck. 1 minute you come in, 1 minute you go out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably my Android. Yes, I still got one. Anyway, it ain't even about that.
As far as me, they saying, do you talk to Bobby?
They asked me, do I still talk to my brother? Fuck no. I just found this shit out last year. Okay, you want to ask me why I didn't go to the police or nothing there? Because my daughters were too scared of telling me because they knew what I would do. You understand? So they was more so protecting me.
Then we would have told that if we took it to a court or whatever, that Bobby had bigger lawyers and that we were gonna be finished. So we was
who said that?
Uncle Tommy told me that.
Oh yeah, who?
Uncle Tommy said that.
And
Uncle
what did
Tommy
Uncle
said, what? Let
Tommy
me go back because I could barely follow her. Wait, knew that I would do. Okay.
You understand? So they was more so protecting me.
Then we was told
And
that if
you,
we
Shay.
took it to a court or whatever, that Bobby had bigger lawyers than that, we were gonna be finished. That's
And
so we was
who
like,
said? And who said that?
Uncle Tommy told me that.
Oh yeah, who?
Uncle Tommy said that.
And what did Uncle Tommy say?
I was telling him how I want to go, go to the courthouse for charges or whatever. And he was like, don't take it that far because Bobby got bigger lawyers and it'll basically will be destroyed. So I felt like there was no fucking point.
Right. And the same.
Isn't that what I said? If you talking about a big rich guy who not only feel how you want to feel about Bobby Brown and understand that he's not in the place today financially or whatever than he was, in the 80s or even before or during his time with Whitney. But the truth is there are people around Bobby that would fight to protect him and his reputation, because if he's not working, a lot of people don't get paid. And then it trickles down to the family, who also does not benefit if he's not making money. So you are going to have people around him, including your own family members, who will be clouded by the money. And that being the reason why they don't tell the story or protect the actual victims in the situation, who oftentimes are children. Now, if that's the case for a big name millionaire, what the hell you think the chances are that us poor folks, when it happens in our families, that there isn't much difference in that either. People are so concerned about saving their reputations and even their relationships. It's a lot. And then you've got these children who hold all this responsibility. I know, look, I was very young. I will just say I was under the age of 8. And when it happened to me, and I saw this person a lot, but I knew I could at such a young age, I'm holding our family together by keeping this secret that this person has done this to me. So it's unfortunate because kids, no matter how little they are aware of the responsibilities of the world, and uh, they may not know exactly why it's wrong, but in your bones, you know that it's wrong. In your bones, for whatever reason, you feel shame, even though you didn't do anything wrong. So none of this surprised me that if it happens like that with poor families, what in the world do you think is going on with these rich folks? Okay, that are basically at the mercy of the violator. It's a mess.
Same thing with.
Oh, Irie, thank you so much. Hold on, let me go. Let me look. Thank you so much. For donating that allegedly, and Harmon got it. Thank you, Irie Vibes. I appreciate you.
With Uncle T. Uncle T know the truth, but he been damn trying to protect Bob still. I've been going back. Listen, y'all. I've been going back and forth with Tommy, Bobby, and the rest of them about my sisters.
I know, baby. I know. You're a great brother.
Easy to come out. Even all these people coming out lawyers, I still didn't.
But I'm glad you understand your sister's point. It's a lot to do come out.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I know it took a lot for her to come out and do this today. And she only spoke out today because Leolah got online and tried to denounce it like it was false. So she had to speak up for that. But
my kids don't even speak to Auntie Leolah. She wished she could talk to one of my daughters. They don't fuck with her. Like, stop lying. Like, your whole book is a lie. And when I come up with mine, you're going to see Whitney and Bobby never fucked with you, Leolah.
Oh, my.
Never. Shame. How many times Bobby and Whitney said, and Pop and Tommy said, get her out the house. Get her out the house, Tina, because I was the enforcer in that bitch.
Uncle B didn't even like her in the mansion.
Didn't like
at all.
Mom made him hire her as a backup singer. He hated it. He didn't want it.
Oh, wow. Okay, now I'll say this. This is news to me because when I hear Leolah telling her stories on her channel, she always speaks very highly of both Bobby and Whitney. She makes it seem as if they were very close. She speaks so highly and says that she's fully aware of how they lived and that she was there. I want to say she said that she lived with them, but maybe don't quote me on that. But I thought she had lived with them at some point too. We know Tina did live with them, but she made it seem as if Leolah made it seem as if Whitney and she were super tight. So this is interesting. So now this sister, Tina, is saying that Bobby, Whitney, Tommy, none of them, and Pops, her own father, did not care for her, and that Tina would have to get Leolah out the house. Interesting.
But he did it for Ma.
I didn't realize she sang backup for Bobby. And she may have shared that and I've just looked over it. But wow, I had no idea she sang backup for Bobby.
She did the backup singing and she had complaints. Backup singers kept coming to me with complaints. I was so sick of it. The mother thing. I had to stop and look at it like, damn, is it really my sister? But it was,
Right.
Yeah. Whitney to be like, get her out my house. And why you keep lying? Your whole fucking book is a lie, bitch. You're taking my life with Nip and putting it into yours. Like, bitch, you ain't never had a relationship like that with Whitney. You ain't never had a relationship like that with Whitney. And all these lies you keep, every fucking month you're coming up with something different. I'm tired, Shane. Mommy is tired, but I sit back and don't say shit. Cause I'm like, let her go. She wants to be Whitney so bad. We had quite a few people that got murdered in the family, but you only focusing on Nip and Bobby girl. You ain't even so much talking about Bobby boy or Jazz. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you. You ain't even talking about Antoine being in prison. You ain't talking about nothing.
Right. Just the same way she ain't talk. Just the same way she never advocated for Kanita and Kanae. Auntie Leolah is only gonna speak on what's gonna put money in her pockets. And that's what she's always been about.
Yeah.
There was no paycheck that came with
Let me
Jared.
tell you
There's no
this.
paycheck that came with
Let me
Kanita and
tell
Kanae.
you this. In November, I was at her house. I went to her house. I didn't really want to go because the way she been treating me, and everybody knows how she been treating me. I go to her house, stayed the night, woke up. The motherfucking sheriff was at the door. They put everything out on the lawn. Everything. I paid for her rental. Her fucking phone, her cell phone went off that day. I paid for all that shit. But you know, I ain't gonna talk about that because I did it from my heart, not my ass. So anyway, yeah, but the same day, no, the next day, it was Hurricane Helena. And I said, she wanna go out and Uber. And I said, okay, I gotta pee, Lily. And she said, okay. I kept telling her, like, please pull over, please pull over. I guess she got aggravated. Pulled over at Quick Trip. I go in the bathroom and come out, she's nowhere. All my luggage, everything I own is in that car, me and Roberts. And I come out, the manager of Quick Trip had to come out, cover me with his thing because Hurricane Helena was right there. He was like, we gotta take cover, ma'am. And I'm not gonna leave you out here. And she took all my shit. Everything. IDs, credit cards, everything. She took everything.
And then trying to go to Boston because she was homeless and go stay with Kanae.
Boston to your sister's house with just my ID, nothing else.
Right.
With just my ID and said she need a place to fucking stay. Well, my daughter said, I'm sorry, Auntie. After what you did to my mother, you cannot stay here.
Oh wow. Okay. So let me get this straight. Leolah. Now I'm gonna tell you something. It was something about Leolah, the way Leolah presents you. I mean, she often talks about God. She often talks about the spirit of God. I believe she's Muslim. I believe. But I never ever would have thought that people would, especially family members, with the way she speaks on the family, um, it sounds like they're very close. Like that's the impression I get when I hear Leolah talk. It sounds like she's close. That all of them have been ostracized from Bobby. That is due to the current wife of Bobby. That I mean, I wonder if she's even spoken on Tina a little bit, but I never would have thought that there are people in the family that see her in this light. But again, that goes to show you how much we know about these people. We don't know these people. We just know of them. We may know that we like the music of somebody and they are the family of the people whose music we like or what have you. Now, to hear that she left her sister stranded like that at a Quick Trip in the midst of a hurricane with nothing, no clothes, no jacket, no credit cards, money. Sounds like she had absolutely nothing. Ooh. Um, GNA, I don't know. You seem to be new here now, and you made a point to put your comment in here twice. This really isn't a laughing matter. None of us are making any jokes. I don't believe in the chat, but you made a point to say that twice. Please be careful. Please be very careful. Okay. Um. Yeah. Well, maybe they are though. A lady 747 says some of these stories sound like crackhead stories. Well, I think she did crack at one time. And here's the thing. I think it's what's very interesting. I think people need to always keep in mind that someone can be a drug addict and still be violated. Someone could be an asshole and still get violated. So both things could be true. It may sound like a crackhead story, and she could be a crackhead. But it doesn't mean that those things didn't happen. I don't know. It doesn't, I don't know. Now, if it's a lie, she's over it, the son is aware of it. She said, okay, GNA like the comment. I'm just saying, boo, be very careful in here. Okay. All right. Thank you, my love. But I'm just saying, it seems like she obviously shared this story with her kids, and then Leolah went to Boston and needed to stay with the daughter of the sister who you left stranded at the Quick Trip. Leolah, is this true? Because I think you in the bushes. Is this true?
Yes. I thank Tita for that. I really do.
Right.
I'm sorry I was smoking. Man, she did some fuck shit to me. And that's not the only fuck shit she did to me. She did so much, I can't even talk about it right now. She wanted to put everything in a book. Her whole book is a lie. Bitch. Somehow Whitney was pregnant with Bobby's baby when she died. All this, like, bitch.
Wait, what?
Where you getting this from?
Wait, what?
You got a different mind.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back because I can't follow. Hold on. In her book, the whole book is a lie.
Whitney was pregnant with Bobby's baby
Now that I did say, remember, I came out here and I reported on that. I had watched Leolah's live. This was a few months back, and she said it just seemed so far-fetched. I was like, wait, what? It made me doubt everything else she had said prior. I'm not gonna lie, it really did. But she said that when Whitney died, she was pregnant. Now, that was 2012. I was 42. Whitney was 50 years old when she died. Now, is it impossible for a 50-year-old to be pregnant? No, it's not impossible. Is it likely? Probably. Yeah, it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. Okay? It's also unlikely with someone who has had ongoing drug issues. I just got to believe that the drugs have impacted Whitney's body. She was using drugs for 30 years or more. So it seemed odd when she said that. I really was like, come on now you tripping. She said they were in the midst of getting back together. They were going to get married and she was pregnant. I was like, okay, that's it right there. I'm done. I don't think I can. Okay, no ma'am. Okay. We never once ever heard anything of the such. Bobby Christina never alluded to anything of the such. None of that made any sense. And the fact that I had been watching Leolah for at least a year by that time, and she had never once said that before. So the fact that that was said seems super crazy to me. Now, when you talk about a money grab, those types of stories right there, those types of stories sound like a money grab to me, because is that to make your book more interesting, to get people to want to buy that? Like, exactly, Lunar Brain. Hold on, if I can get my There we go. Exactly, Lunar Brain Fireheart said. Whitney had a hard enough time conceiving when she did. Come on now. That's right. And I believe, though, Whitney may have been pregnant 3 times, but we know for a fact she was pregnant twice, and one of which she miscarried. But I want to say she may have miscarried twice. So you're absolutely right. So what is the likelihood that the 50-year-old version was going to have a better chance of keeping the baby and that the baby would be unharmed than the 30-something-year-old Whitney? Come on now. Come on now.
When she died, all this, like, bitch, where you getting this from? Whitney got a different mother, all this stuff. Like, come on, Lee. You are stupid. Where's my father's ashes? You left my mother. You put my mother out the house on Bankhead Highway.
What?
With an oxygen tank.
Huh?
And you took everything she owned.
What?
Everything she owned. And even her medicine, because you a pill popping bitch.
My God.
And you have to have your pills to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch. And then you go to Tom. I said, where's daddy's ashes? Because Tommy Brown left Georgia.
Okay, hold on. Before she died, see, I did hear this part because I was kind of skimming through to see what different parts of this live they were going to talk about different things. Child, wait till y'all hear this. I'm like, Jesus, what? Now this sounds like maybe Leolah was lying about this part, but here, I want y'all to hear this. What she says about the ashes of their mother. Listen.
She owned, and even her medicine, because you a pill popping bitch. And you have to have your pills to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch. And then you go to Tom. I said, where's daddy's ashes? Because Tommy Brown left Georgia. I ain't in Georgia now. Left Georgia and said, Lily, watch my car. Lily sold the motherfucker with my daddy's ashes. When I asked her, I said, where's my daddy's ashes, Lily? She said, oh, you know what? I did leave him in the back seat. I said, what the fuck?
Now that sounds like a lie. Okay? So evidently she's saying that Leolah told her that she sold a car, right? And the father's ashes were in the back seat of that car. And when she sold the car, the ashes went with it. Now, that sounds like a lie. Okay? It sounds to me like if this happened where they had this conversation, and if Leolah said that sounds like somebody saying, I don't want to give you the ashes. I'm going to keep the ashes. So it's best that you think the ashes are gone. Like that's the way, because I can't imagine. Hey, let's talk about it all. Said it could happen if she was high. Talking about who? Talking about the Leolah? I just think that even if that happened, let's say she's high, she sells the car. You don't think the people who she sold the car to might say, hey, you left something in the back seat? Or, hey, this looks like ashes. You might want to come back and pick them up. Or, hey, what the fuck is this in the back seat? I'm just saying. Now, unless you're suggesting that a drug addict of some sort shared or sold a car to another drug addict, then maybe. But I don't know. If let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And if they are painting Leolah in this negative space, right? That Leolah is conniving and a liar and money hungry and a pill popper. Let's say all of those things are true. Wouldn't it make sense that Leolah might keep maybe she's controlling and she might want to just keep the ashes to herself? I'm just saying. A couple of comments. Let me move up just here. So Delicate Dell said she probably just told her that to hurt her, talking about the ashes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She could have said it to hurt her and to withhold them from her. That's possible. A lady said everybody was high. Shut up. G and A, like the comment, said this lady has clearly is dealing with a lot of trauma in her life. I honestly don't know. She thinks what is truth from reality 50-50. Okay, now, and all of that could be possible too, because she definitely was a heavy user. She definitely was a heavy user at one point. Again, we talked earlier, that shit can have residual effects forever. Her brain probably doesn't function at the same level. But at the same time, this idea that because somebody's been an addict and that sort of thing, I'm not saying that's what any of you are saying. I'm just saying that because everybody in here has said something about the drugs, right? And I'm saying that could be true, but a lot of times that's the person that's easiest to violate, because nobody's going to believe what they say. They ain't nothing but a crackhead. They always look, crackheads lie. Now, ain't no getting around that. Crackheads definitely lie. So when a crackhead comes later and maybe they've cleaned themselves up or they didn't, but if they come and they tell you the truth, a lot of times people don't believe them either. You know what I'm saying? Shay B said their parents passed in the same year, January 2011 and December 2011. And then Whitney died, I want to say, was it August of 2012? But it was in 2012. My God. That's a lot. And then Bobby Christina died 2 years after that. And then Bobby Jr. died 2 years ago. And at the beginning of this live, Tina just now named a slew of other people who died in their family. And she's saying, you ain't talking about none of them. You talking about Whitney and you're talking about Bobby, because that's where you're going to make your money. V, did you see when Leolah said that Whitney caught Sissy in bed with the yes, God, when she was 5 and Sissy gifted? Yes, God, that threw me, child, that took me out. Let me read it all the way through. I'm sorry. V, did you see when Leolah said that Whitney caught Sissy in bed with the pastor when she was 5, and Sissy gifted her daughter Whitney to the pastor as she lay in the bed and watched? That's right. She sure did. She absolutely said that. She died in February. That's right, Black but not bitter, because it was the Grammys. I should have known that. Show was. Because that's right, it was the Grammys. Day before the Grammys or whatever. But yes, she sure said it. Leolah said that Whitney told her that one day, during the day when her father was out working or traveling or whatever, that the pastor, and let's go another step. She said that the pastor had come to the house, was visiting with the mama. They were in the bedroom. They were having sex. Whitney opened the door and saw them in there having sex. So Sissy told Whitney to come in, and basically told her to take her clothes off, put her in the bed with the pastor, and let the pastor have sex with her. Okay? She went a step further and said that was why she was angry. She said she was pissed. She was angry that they would have the funeral at the same church and the pastor was presiding, and she felt so offended that she was so pissed by it. She was like, I can't believe. She's like, that's another reason why I was so angry that they would have the funeral at this particular church, knowing what that pastor had done to Whitney as a child, and that Sissy allowed it to happen and saw it. So then later on, when it came out that well, you know, when it was rumored that Whitney might not be Sissy's child, because that lady, there's a lady, what's her name? Teresa something. There's a lady child who looks a lot like, sounds a lot like, shaped a lot like, everything, the tone, the mannerisms, everything very similar to Whitney. And the rumor is that that lady, I can't think of her name, but she had a television show at one time. She was a singer, she was an actress. She was a mentee, if you will, a protege of Whitney's dad, and that she was young, underage, and she got pregnant with Whitney, and they just took Whitney and raised Whitney for themselves. So it was as if Leolah was saying, well, maybe that's why, you know, Sissy could do that, because it wasn't her child. I don't know, y'all. Again, I don't know these people. I ain't never heard. It's a lot, child. But all I can say is all of this shit is allegedly, okay? Because I don't know these people. I do not know these motherfuckers. Okay. Teresa Graves. That's right. That's right. Black but not bitter. Teresa Graves. When did she pass away? Did she just pass in the last couple of years? Oh no. She died in the 2000s, didn't she? Because they were saying she died kind of penniless or what have you. Shay B said, isn't Tina the one that busted her son in the head with a bottle? I don't know. This son right here? I don't know nothing about that, but if she was a crackhead, child, ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. She died in 2002. That's right, yeah. I was like, didn't she die in the early 2000s? Yep. Yes, child. Okay. Let's get into it again.
Like nothing. She had no remorse, no nothing. And I don't care, her followers can say whatever they want to say. But I'm telling you the fucking truth about my sister. She's always hated me. Always. And I don't know why. I reach out to them. I fucking pay her bills. I fucking do everything for her. And I said, well, can you try to reach the people you sold the car to? Get Pop's ashes. And she said, I don't even know who I sold them to.
What?
Her money.
So either A, Leolah was high as well. B, Leolah didn't sell no car or did sell the car and is lying about the ashes. Or C, I mean, what you mean you don't know who you sold it to, child? Oh my God. Them ashes wasn't in that damn car, y'all.
You remember what she did at Ma's funeral?
So she came out there and was selling her book.
With a book stand.
With a book.
She came to Ma's funeral with a book stand, a table of laid out books.
She sure.
Now that took me out. When I heard this part, that took me out. They're saying that Leolah came to her own mother's funeral and put up a table and started selling books, child. I said, I know you lying. Now I know you lying. Now I know damn well. I know damn well that didn't happen. So Leolah, it's Leolah, not Leona, just so you know. It's Leolah. Leolah is alleging that Whitney told her that story about Sissy. Yes. She is saying that Whitney told her that story. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can't remember. Black but not bitter. We are being serious here, okay? Dag nabbit. Funeral, repast, and merch. Okay. They probably, I wonder if the book table was near the chicken table. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Ain't no way that's a mess, not a promotion at the funeral. Just like selling fish plates. Okay? I guess. My God. Child. Mm-mm. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Did she say, I can't remember if she believed the story about Whitney saying that she. Now, here's the thing. I want to say I recall Leolah Brown being very specific, and maybe I'm wrong, but you know, that last movie that came out, it was produced by Pat Houston, Clive Davis, and some other folks. And they threw in there that Whitney had been touched or whatever. They're saying that she had been hurt by Dionne Warwick's sister, Dee, because Dee Warwick, I want to say Dee was one of the first to really get some footing in the industry, aside from like Sissy. Okay, because obviously Sissy was in the business doing her thing. Dionne's older sister, Dee, was a singer and she was in the business, but not known. And they're saying that Dee touched Whitney and both brothers. Okay, that's what they're saying. That's what Whitney's brother, the oldest brother, is saying in particular. I didn't hear Michael say it, but Gary said it in that movie. Or not in that movie, in a documentary. He said it. I felt a way about them putting that out in the movie because Whitney has never once spoken on that. They could have talked about what they went through. It didn't make sense to me that they felt the need to come out here, even if it were true. If it were true, I don't think it's your story to tell. If it were true, I don't think it's your story to tell. I want to say that I heard, and I could have this wrong, but I thought Leolah was saying that that was a lie, or in that if it was true, she would have known about it or something like that. So my thing is, if that wasn't true and that was a lie, and you were demonizing them for sharing that, why were you saying that Whitney told you that the pastor had touched her in front of her own mother, in the bed with her own mother? That was a lot, yo. That was a lot. V the one, hey. Hey, V in chat, I'm in the bushes and I believe everything they are saying about Leolah. She gives unhinged, crackhead, manic energy. You think so? Because I feel like she comes across so calm and put together. I feel like she's beautiful to look at. Like she has a, I didn't know. I had no idea, V the one. My God, today. Shay B said Tina Brown and her son Shane Brown got into a fight about a parking valet ticket after Bobby's 46th birthday. I know you lying. And she took a bottle and hit him upside the head. So is it this son? Oh, you said son named Shane. What's this son's name? Don't have me out here looking up Shane Brown, child. I know you lying, Shay B. Say what? Uh-oh, Lion Mom said, Shane said she busted him in the head with a bottle because he was beating up Bobby and Uncle Tommy. Get off my brothers. Why the hell was he in a fight beating up Bobby and Tommy? Jesus, child. This a whole lot. This a whole lot going on. Not Sonya Nesto life for no reason. Oh my God. Wait, Shay B says Shane Brown drove himself to the hospital where he was treated for lacerations to the head. Did anybody go to jail? Surely somebody went to jail. Ooh, okay, let's listen.
Selling books at his funeral.
Right.
If I'm lying, I am dying. This is the type of lady this is. This is the type of lady this is. We're selling books at Ma's funeral in the middle of the projects. Everybody looking like, what the fuck is Lily doing?
Yeah.
Is she serious? Selling books at her mom's funeral?
Wow.
Oh, she was. She was. I don't know. We all got the same mom and dad. But I can tell you, I don't know. I asked my mother. I remember I asked mommy, was a nuclear war going on when you was pregnant with Lily? I don't know. Some had to be because she's from a different fucking cloth. She's from a different cloth. She's cut from a different cloth. You gonna go out there at mommy's funeral at her bypass, sell your books like a real nigga? Like, who does that?
Right, that was the bypass. That was the thing. What you had after the funeral, the bypass. Right.
After the funeral,
Yeah, that was the bypass. Right.
And everybody looking at me, I'm like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I don't know what she's doing. I don't care.
Telling people to stop at her stand and buy a book.
Right.
And they're celebrating the life of Ma. Fuck that book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. This is Shane Brown. This is Shane Brown because I'm looking it up. This is Shane Brown. So you're saying that this woman, Jesus, but you know, when it's your mama and you come from a crazy ass family, child, I know how that go. Okay, I know how that go. Don't ask me how I know. I just know these people can be crazy. Okay, so you're saying this mother busted this son upside his head. I wonder if he was fighting them because of this shit with his sisters. I would love to know the ins and outs of that. Well, why were they at the party? Okay, now let's talk about this. Never mind. Here's my thing. Now, this is what I would say. I understand why people wait to tell their stories. I still stand on all of that. I also understand too how it could be that you have these emotions. You love this person who did this to you, yet they did this to you, right? So I get that part too. My thought is, though, this was just a few years ago. Well, less than 10 years ago, roughly, because Bobby and I are in the same age group. I'll be 55 next month. So they were at his birthday party 9 years ago-ish, 10 years ago. Why? I'm just wondering, why would you be at the party? Now, just because they went to the party don't mean the shit didn't happen. So please don't twist my words. I know some people will believe that stuff, but I don't know. My thought is if you were going to thank you, Shaby. I'm thinking like if you want to come clean and start telling your story and stuff, do you want to still go to the family functions with that person? Especially if you haven't had a conversation with the person about it or y'all haven't dealt with that. I don't know. It just seems odd to me. Tina Brown spat on him before striking him with the bottle during an argument about a valet parking ticket, child. Mm, mm, mm. My God, today. Mm, mm, mm. Sometimes one child's experience with a parent or parents is not the same as the other child or children's experience. No, I agree with that. I guess I'm talking about why was, see, they went on Tasha K and told the story. The two of them, the two people we looking at, they went to Tasha K's channel. They told Tasha K that Bobby had been touching on the kids and touched on her or whatever, her daughter rather. That was just a year or two ago. The two of them, the two people we looking at, they went over there and did that. But these same two people were just at a birthday party 9, 10 years ago at Bobby Brown's. Because see, I understand telling your stories to put people on notice or to claim your power back and that sort of thing. And let me say this, I'll be honest, I really do think that if Bobby didn't do something to her and Bobby did something to her daughter, then why are you, when you found out about it, why are you still dealing with Bobby? That's the part I'm confused about. Why deal with him on any level? And why go on Tasha K's and tell your daughter's story? I don't think that's fair. Daughter's story. But okay, let me
Yeah, it was ugly. It was really
But
ugly. And I'm sorry to your viewers, but my sister, y'all haven't seen me in years. I don't come on here because I give really a pass all the time. A whole book is a fucking lie. Let me tell you that. Okay. And the whole, I haven't even read it, but people call me with different chapters in her book, and is this true? I'm like, no, no. Like, I don't know where she's getting this shit from. She's always been the child. There's a crazy imagination, always. And she's always hated me. And I've always loved my sister. And I've never done nothing wrong to her. And y'all can believe me if you want to. But I'm sure some of y'all on here, she has called y'all for money. I ain't never called y'all for money. See, I get my own. And I ain't never had a job in my life. But I got my own companies. I do my own thing. You understand me? So, no. But if she calls you for money, please believe you ain't getting none of it back. Please believe that. And she hates my son so much. Her and her fucking son.
So she's saying Leolah's son, and she hates Shane. Black but not bitter said, "Is he rolling a blunt?" Yes, Black but not bitter. It's It's legal. Well, then again, I don't know. Do you think he still lives in Georgia? You think he lives in Georgia? If he does, it ain't legal for y'all, huh? But the rest of the world, people come on here having drinks. So I guess he could roll him a doobie. Oh, God. Okay.
And you know why? You know why? All because of money. All because of that Justin's lawsuit money. That's where me and Auntie Lily's relationship
they call
started.
the family calling me now. I just fucking sent them the voicemail. Don't fucking call me.
Who?
Who was that?
Shells.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't call me.
Don't call me either.
I ain't got none for none of you.
Thing I know too for sure. Don't fuck with my children. And you want to talk about how much a bad mother I am? Bitch, your kids are 40s, in their 40s, and they still living with you. All my motherfucking children in houses and had their own shit. Sit in their 20s, bitch. But I'm such a bad mother. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Picture that. Call somebody who knows me, and they'll tell you, yeah, I did drugs. I did all that in my early life. You know? And I ain't no bad mother. I'm not. I love my children. And that's one thing I stand on. My children and my grandchildren. So I don't want nobody coming to me. Don't come to me. None of that. For real. You got your opinions, keep them to your fucking self.
I don't know why. I don't know why Auntie Lily.
And then didn't Lily come to you and tell you that Bobby came to her and told her to suck his dick?
Oh, she said that Uncle Bobby whipped.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was that? Is she? Wait, what did she just say? Did she just say that Leolah stated that? That Leolah said that Bobby told her to do that? I'm gonna have to go back because I don't think that's what I heard. She was probably talking about somebody else. Let me hear.
Knows me. And they'll tell you, yeah, I did drugs. I did all that in my early life. You know?
Please hit the like
But I ain't no
button.
bad mother. I'm not. I love my children. And that's one thing I stand on.
Mm-hmm.
My children and my grandchildren. So I don't want nobody coming to me. Don't come to me. None of that. For real. You got your opinions, keep them to your fucking self.
I don't know why. I don't know why Auntie Lily.
And then didn't Lily come to you and tell you that Bobby came to her and told her to suck his dick?
Oh, she said that Uncle Bobby whipped his joint out on her and told her to do what she do. And she said she looked like she was so scared, and she said when she looked at Uncle B, it was like she seen a devil in him. And she was like, she said she looked at Bob and said, what are you doing? Put that up. And she said he did. and walked out and told her to leave or something, and she left. That's on my son.
Wow, the fuck? Now at this point, child, I don't know who. Child, I'm dead. No, no, a lady. She's saying Leolah is saying that Bobby told Leolah to suck his dick. Not the daughter, not anybody else, the actual sister that we've been talking about, Leolah. Now you done messed me all the way up. And that Leolah said, get that out here. What are you doing? Da 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 da. Leolah, did that happen, sis? Excuse me, because I'm going to find that hard to believe that happened, because you are always out here taking up for Bobby and saying how wonderful he is. Jesus, have mercy.
On my children.
I believe you.
That is on my children. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
I believe you, because she came to me about a couple of cousins that did something to her. I believe her. I do. But you still acknowledging, what the fuck? And you still want to be this bitch. I don't get it. I don't know, but I'm going to tell y'all now, don't come for me on my son, because you don't know the dynamics of my family. You just don't know. And I'm scared that something bad's going to happen.
That sounds like a threat now. Be careful what you're saying. Be careful what you're saying. Shabby said, I don't know who did what. I'm certainly not discrediting anyone's experience, but Tina is the last person that should be airing dirt. Honey, I need Tina to tell me, what was she thinking when she exposed that picture of what was going on in Whitney's house? I just can't. You can't justify that to me. Not when you high as a kite with her. They say she did that to get money. She sold that. Well, obviously there was no other reason for it. She sold it to either the National Enquirer, Star, one of those tabloid magazines. That picture of Whitney's bathroom counter. And my thought is, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're living with her. You're hanging with her. You're getting high with her. Y'all kicking it day in, day out. And then to get money, you take pictures of the home and expose Whitney in that way. I thought that was wild. That was really wild and sad. But maybe she was still high. I don't know. Obviously, she was doing drugs at the time. But I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around why you can justify that behavior, but
Somebody said we all had made mistakes in our younger years. Okay, bitch, correct them. Correct them, bitch. Shit. I can't read everything.
Don't read that bullshit, mommy. That's just
But here's my thing, and then again, because Black But Not Bitter and Mad About Music are both saying the picture is for money and the money for drugs. But you with a millionaire who's balling like all get out and is happy to get some drugs, getting in on a regular. They high day and night. I just unless Whitney was being stingy, or maybe the drug addicts are very greedy. I don't know what that was about, child. I just couldn't make sense of it. Like, first of all, what you need money for? Because you live with Bobby and Whitney, and y'all keep a slew of drugs in the house. I didn't understand it, but okay.
Another motherfucker who come from wanting
And
shit to be
no, it wasn't
swept up
because
under the
no,
rug.
it wasn't because he was on drugs. Because
Mhm.
I've been on drugs. I never in my life had the urge to do no shit like that. I was on drugs since I was 12. And I ain't never had no urge to do nothing like my brother did to my fucking children. Okay, y'all can believe what the fuck you want to believe. But my daughters didn't step up because they are fucking hurt and they're scared. Because they told them, Bobby got more lawyers and all. We don't even want a lawyer. We never got a dime for shit. Not one red fucking cent. So.
But it is what it is. We said what we said. My sister spoke her piece. All the people in the back that was saying this shit was made up
Right,
and lies. This is
right.
why victims take so long to come out, because y'all
Yeah,
victim bash.
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm
Because of that.
saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all victim bash
right.
and want to make the victim, make the victims feel like they done something wrong.
Because they
When
stop,
that shit
stop.
came out
They
on
stop.
Tasha K, all you
What you,
not all y'all, but people all in the comments victim bashing like my little sisters did something wrong.
right,
These little girls was 10, 11 years old.
right.
But because y'all looking up to a celebrity, idolizing a celebrity, y'all feel like he's not human and can't do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, though, and the truth is here, and it is what it is.
Oh, somebody said, did Auntie Whitney know about this? Yes, she did. And that's why Lily was not allowed in her house. Baby, let me explain this to you about me and my sister Nippy's fucking relationship. They used to be like, Tina, you gotta get her out. Get her out the house. Get her out the house. That was all I heard in my lying shame. Shame.
No, they talking about Auntie Whitney know about Uncle.
About yes, she did. She didn't know about all of it, but she.
He done froze, child.
Who is that?
But
She didn't know about it all. She knew about most. And that's why she used to be like, Tina, who are you talking to, Shane?
I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking to you. I'm on live. What you talking about?
I hear somebody else.
You don't hear nobody else's.
He like, you don't hear nobody else. She probably getting an echo or something because we can't even really see her right now.
In the room by myself.
I hear somebody. Somebody else is on there.
Mommy, you don't hear nobody.
I know somebody's on my life. And it.
So wait though, Shay B said V, she took the picture in Whitney's bathroom while on a bench with her. She kept the picture to make money later. Okay, because I thought she turned over the picture not too long after she took it because I thought she was still living with Whitney at the time that she sold it. So maybe I got that part wrong. Because I was like, what the hell? Why would you do that? But okay, but that makes sense, I guess. She took the picture to keep it for later. That's foul in and of itself. You over here doing the dirt with her, but you kept a picture. But again, you know, whatever. You can send it to my email. I put it in the a lady 747 in the thread where we were talking. Under what was that? Under last night's video, I actually put the email address in there, but I'll put it on the screen for you as well.
Who are you? Hello. Shut up, saying hello. Who are you?
Is that somebody on your phone or something?
Child, what's going on?
Mommy, shut
Yeah, you tripping, mommy? What the?
Here, let me fast forward, y'all. Oh, okay.
Let me put it back in a second.
Okay, there she
is on there.
Yeah,
No, it's on her now. Yeah, she flipped it.
Something she said too earlier that had me thinking maybe she was talking in past tense, but she said, I pay all of your bills, talking about Leolah. Maybe she meant back in the day when she was working for Bobby and living with Bobby. Surely she doesn't mean right now, right? Oh, Shay B. Also, I believe Tina got mad when Whitney was attempting to get clean. Now that's possible. That is possible. Because I couldn't make sense of that. Like, why you want to mess up your good thing? I
Listen, I put it this way.
She flipped it.
With you. You had to put it down.
I did. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway.
But
Okay, are y'all saying anything else? Because we can move on if not. Let's see.
Hi.
I love you, my son.
I love you too. What y'all about to do?
Nothing. I'm about to probably. I'm trying to find a new episode of damn, what's the name of it? I can't even think of the name. It's Tyler Perry.
Beauty and Black?
The Oval. I'm trying to find episodes.
I'm surprised you ain't up watching damn Hell's Kitchen.
I know, but you know what?
Okay, it's not y'all cute. No, let me make sure we ain't missing none.
And on Newberry Street.
You're in. Oh, so she's in Boston.
And I've been like trying to get a fucking reservation. It's a month.
Okay, that's cute. Okay,
he go in there and rescue them. He be like,
okay, that's nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a feeling they ain't spilling no more tea.
Who? Gordon Ramsay?
Oh, she likes Gordon Ramsay. That's cute. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing. Oh, wait. What's it say about Chrissy? Okay, hold on.
But
nice to meet you, Miss Tina. She funny. Okay.
She reading comments.
Chrissy looks like you, Auntie Tina. Yeah.
You think people think Chrissy looked like her? Okay. I'm looking at the. What's it say right here?
I'm a chocolate drop.
I'm a chocolate drop.
But they were so mad because all my kids.
Are you the oldest, mommy? Who's the oldest?
Uncle Tommy.
Uncle Tommy. It's Uncle Tommy, Auntie Bethy, then you, then Lily.
Oh, Lily's the youngest?
It's Auntie Bethy, Uncle Tommy, the twins before me and Uncle Tommy, they died. And then it's me, then Leolah, then Bobby, then Carol. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's good information to know. I didn't realize Leolah was right, Shane, you remember that day when they came from, hold on.
Over there and they be like, put her out.
Oh.
Shane, you remember that day when they came from Moscow? And they came in the door and looked, Lily had a big ass party going on for lawyers and all this shit. And then said, oh, get this. And then I came downstairs to get something to eat for my kids. She said, oh no, this is for my company. Bitch, you ain't paid for shit. I said, move out my way, baby. My kids gonna eat. And then Nip and Bobby, Pop, and Uncle Tommy Brown walked in the door. And they see me, they said, what's this? I said, you gotta ask Lily. And we went in the back room and they all was standing around me saying, fuck her up. Go beat her ass. Go do this. Put her out. And I'm like, hold up, y'all. So I went out there and I told Lily, you gotta let your company go. She's like, my company. And so I had to dump her up real quick. She ran upstairs, put up like pounds of fucking Vaseline on her face. Bitch, I'm somebody. Like, what would you do that for? Pounds of Vaseline, came downstairs, and sat on the counter with her legs swinging. Shane, you remember that? And I said, Lee, I don't want no problem. Just go, just leave the house. Bob and Nick want you to leave, man. Come on, just go. She was like, oh no, fuck with me again. I said, bitch, if you don't get your fucking ass down. And then I had to dust her again.
Oh, Lord.
Like, for real, stop me.
Now, if that is true, what the fuck is wrong with Whitney and Bobby? Whitney don't seem like one that will hold her tongue or would have a problem with kicking somebody out her motherfucking house, especially if it's her husband's sister that he also doesn't want there. Because see, I would be cussing his ass out, and if he didn't get her out, then I would be telling her to get out, and then it would just be a whole melee up in that bitch. But I don't understand why they would have to tell Tina and put Tina on Front Street like that, talking about she was the muscle child. She's the muscle.
Yeah.
Well,
I hate
we cleared the air on
I
that.
hate
We
talk
cleared the
about
air
that. I'm
on
sorry,
that,
guys.
on that bullshit phone call.
I really don't even want to talk about that part. But I had to beat her ass so many times because Whitney and Bobby did not want her in the house.
Well, why they keep letting her in there though, Tina? That's what don't make no sense. Whitney and Bobby didn't want her ass in the house. And they not only are they rich, but they have bodyguards. They know how to get people out. But why couldn't they say it? Why y'all keep letting her in if they want her out? It don't make no sense to me. Now that part I'm confused about. I can understand a lot of this other shit, but this I don't get.
You understand me? So why is she doing all this?
Maybe we dusted her up a few times, child. I don't know, girl.
Several people murdered in our family, but she's only talking about Nip in Bobby Girl. Like, cause she thinks she's Whitney. She really thinks she's Whitney, man. Like, this bitch is cuckoo. Like, I'm like, hey, come on, stop. Listen, I gotta do this because it's for the family. Okay, what about your grandmother being murdered? What about your nephew being murdered? What, come on. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't talk about them, though. Because they really don't have money behind them. If she was smart, she knew my grandmama got plenty. But it's all good because she wants to be a star. Jesus Christ. And she can talk about me all she want to. And that shit I did on Inquirer, me and Nip was like this from the time I did it to the end because nobody knows. Nobody knows. And I don't give a fuck. They did, then they will understand.
What?
My sister is evil. She's always hated me. Shame. All my kids know, the whole family knows how Leolah and Coop hate me. I don't know why. I don't.
All right. Well, I'm thinking this is about to wrap up. I don't think they have anything else really to say. Let's see. My son, he don't lie. He ain't got to. He ain't got to. He don't have to. He don't have to lie about a goddamn thing, and he's not going to do it. He's a great father. He's a great son. Like, I wish everybody just leave him the fuck alone. Okay. Wait. What's the last statement by here? Hold on.
Leolah Muhammad now, she was a Brown. I don't know what she is now. But if you want to follow her, go ahead and do that. That's your choice.
Right, yeah. We ain't telling nobody to choose sides or not.
No, baby.
Not love her, not follow her, none of that.
Absolutely.
We just speaking our truth.
Absolutely. Our truth, the brown truth.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end this one here because it's not looking like
So I don't care no more.
It's not looking like we're gonna get anything else from here. So as I stated, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do part 2 of this because I want to go check out what exactly did Leolah say, child, that pushed them off the ledge on today or yesterday, whenever this live took place. I don't know. Any comments? Any last thoughts here, people? Bobby Perry said Tina was a muscle because she did time in prison. But has she done prison time prior to or after? Just curious. Yeah, all of this is sad. It is unfortunate. So Leolah, I'm sure you've listened. You may not be here still, but I'm sure you tapped in because I could see you saw my message and then you responded and then I sent you the link. And so and you saw that. So I'm sure that you saw some of this. We will be back to talk more about it. We will be reviewing your last video tomorrow. Chandra says, I'm behind Bobby Brown was just as big as, I'm sorry. I'm behind. Bobby Brown was just as big as Whitney. Y'all forgot he did the music to Ghostbusters. He was bad to the bone. He was bad to the bone. He was not as big as Whitney Houston because you got to remember Whitney. There's several factors as to why he wasn't as big as Whitney. I mean, I think there may have been a period of time when he was bigger than Whitney, but once they got together, he was not. But he definitely was huge. He definitely was talented as hell. I was a huge fan. I told y'all I be having in my heart. I have a heart for Bobby Brown and Mike Tyson and Chris Brown. I need to add Chris Brown to that. You know, I understand all of them been troubled and been through some shit and have done some shit. I don't know. In my heart of heart, I wouldn't be able to support Mike Tyson if I believed he did what he went to prison for. I didn't believe it then. I don't believe it, honestly. But I don't know because it could have happened. If I believed it, I wouldn't deal with that, right? Same with Bobby Brown. If I am to believe that he did these things as far as exposing himself, touching a child, all of that, I would have a problem with that. I know, but I feel like he's been hit upside the head a few times, Black but not bitter. He's damaged, okay? He's brain damaged. All right? I mean, I know that many people haven't hit him upside the head because he was too much of a powerhouse. But yet and still, he's been getting hit upside the head since he was like 13, 12, okay? All right? So I'm just not doing it. I feel sorry for him. Okay? Shut up. What? Did you all know Mike Tyson got a guard pregnant while incarcerated? Well, you know what? If he did, you do know that he was property and she's still wrong. It's a wonder. Did she get fired? Because that is so against the law. I mean, like, that's illegal even. Because he was at her mercy, even though it's Mike Tyson. My God, are you serious, Prima Wanda? That's crazy. That's crazy. Shut up, Shay B. Talking about me too. I was a groupie on the tour bus. Shay B, is that a jokey joke? Or are you really on the tour bus? I'm just asking. Okay? No judgment. Just asking. Anywho, look at Black but not bitter. Anywho, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna come back tomorrow though, and we need to check out Leolah's thing. Let me say this real quick though. You heard how Tina just said that she and Whitney were tight and they were super close, even to the day she died or whatever. And I'm not saying she was or wasn't, and Whitney could have forgiven her for the picture and all of that. They may have worked through all of that. But what I find interesting is that is exactly what Leolah tells people. Leolah has made a point to tell us on a regular, what? Really? Okay, wait. We'll come back to you in a second, Shabby. But Leolah makes a point all the time to say how close they were, how tight they were. You know, that Whitney confided in her with about so much shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Tina just said. And to be honest, I lean more towards believing that Tina was the tightest one because they were literally getting high and kicking it all the time. So, anyways, interesting. Leolah, you can come and refute that if you like. Ooh wee. Okay, Prima Wanda's. Okay, so now back to you, Shay B. So you were on the bus with Bobby Brown dancers. Were you mean the female dancers or the male? What was you on the bus? You were a dancer? Is that what you're trying to say? No, you said you were a groupie. But were you on the bus with the dancers because you was friends of a dancer, you were dating a dancer, or you became a dancer? Girl, what? You gonna have to spill more tea than that, sis. You gonna have to do that. You gonna have to spill some tea, sis. Bobby Perry said Leola is going to be on paperwork party tomorrow, talking about everything. Oh, paperwork party. Oh, that's the Oh, really? Look, I forgot all about that channel. Why the hell she on paperwork party and not on mine? Paperwork party. I forgot all about that channel. Yeah, hold on. Paperwork party TV. Oh, they don't have it set up yet. Or is it on there? Oh no, a month ago. Petition to reopen the murder investigation of Whitney Houston. Also, is she coming on there? Is she coming on there because she has something to do with this petition? Interesting. How you know she gonna be on there, Bobby Perry? How you know? Bobby Perry, who is you? Who is you? Huh? Let me see. Bobby Perry. How you know this? Because it ain't on the channel. Oh, look at you. Shay B. Shay B is spilling tea. Shay B says she was a self-proclaimed groupie. She followed the bus. She said she ain't know them folk beforehand. Okay. Ooh, you whore. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Bobby Perry, you're a member of the paperwork party. So is that what we're saying? That she's going to be on that channel to talk about the petition and whatnot? Well, you need to under this video, when this live ends, Bobby Perry, tell me shit. What time will the live be? Don't make me come over there and click a link. Tell me, since it's y'all's channel, what time? I needs to know. Come on, Bobby Perry. Tell me. Who's I said? I think it's my tie asked me March what? 14th. 14th, boo. Live at 8:30 p.m. Okay. I'm gonna be there now. Wait, what's tomorrow? Friday? I'm gonna try and be there now. No, I'll definitely tune in. All right. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you all for coming. Tomorrow we'll have part 2. We're gonna look over Leola's live. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you, everybody. Those of you that became new members, those that gifted memberships. Thank you, everybody who gave a click and a view. Most importantly, those who hit the like button. If you didn't on the way in, please do so before you leave out. Special thank you to all of my wonderful moderators. Wait. Him and Gene Deal do a live every Friday. Oh, okay. Because she said something I did notice. She said, oh, when she went live 3 days ago, because I tried to like skim through that real quick. she said specifically something to Gene Deal, like, hey, Gene Deal, or something like that. And I was like, oh, she's been talking to Gene Deal too. Okay, so they on the Exposed tour. So, okay, well, I'll definitely come over there and check it out. And we'll see what Leolah has to share tomorrow. Make sure y'all ask her about Tina and Shane now and the niece. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back for part 2. And until we see each other again, just know that I love you. And ain't a damn thing, ain't shit you can do about it. Smooches.